What's going on, Keep Pounding Nation? Welcome to another Carolina Panthers Talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. My name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, just finished the final preseason game for the Carolina Panthers. Wanted to get on here and talk about it. So, final score. Steelers ended up winning 19-10. I do think it's safe to say that this was their better game versus the others. I will say that. I think that's safe to say. Might be debatable to some between the first and the third, but I definitely think this was the better of the three games. But let's talk about it. Offense. There are a few bright spots, but just the depth definitely needs some work. But Jack Plummer, 7 of 14, 48 yards. Did throw the only touchdown, but he threw an interception as well. James Mitchell was who caught the touchdown, the tight end, which that was his one catch, 7 yards. We got to see Bryce Perkins, a newly signed former UFL MVP, Bryce Perkins, played the entire second half. Not bad. 10 of 11, 71 yards. He did get sacked 3 times, though. And rushed for 2 carries, 28 yards. So, did a little bit of scrambling. But not too bad. Raheem Blackshear, 11 carries, 35 yards. Imani Bailey, 9 carries, 31 yards. The running backs were definitely, out there trying to run hard. Trevor Etienne, 3 carries, 26 yards. David Moore had a first down run on a 19-yarder. So, 171 total rushing yards with the crew. Not really a whole lot in the passing game, y'all. Dominique Daphne, 2 catches, 21 yards. He was the leading receiver. TJ Luther had 1 catch, 15 yards. Jimmy Horn Jr., 1 catch, 13 yards. I mean, just not really a lot. Hunter Renfrow had 2 catches, 5 yards. But just not really much in the passing game. I mean, there was the one, passing touchdown, but that's really it. Pittsburgh did their thing. Skylar Thompson, 11 of 13, 152 yards and a touchdown. Mason Rudolph, 6 of 8, 36 yards, 1 interception. Which I will say, Carolina defense did a little something. Didn't get a sack, but Lathan Ransom got the interception and had a nice little 16-yard run afterwards, so I thought that was pretty good. But Michael Reed got the only tackle for loss. But they did force a number of field goals. So if anything, Pittsburgh got the 1 touchdown, and then the rest were field goals. So, I mean, defense, was a bend but don't break. But it really would have been nice to see the pass rush be a success on some drives, at least to the point of like a sack or 2. But like I said, I'm not a fan of the 3-4 defense, so it is what it is, but got to get used to that. That's what Ajaro calls. Um, Pittsburgh did a little something something in the run game. Trey Sermon, 4 carries, 39 yards. Caleb Johnson, 5 carries, 24 yards. It was mostly in the passing game where they had their best. Scotty Miller, 3 catches, 82 yards. Lance McCutcheon, 3 catches, 52 yards, and a touchdown. But yeah, Bryce got sacked 3 times, unfortunately. 2 from Yaya Black and 1 from Kyler Baugh. Uh, and then I will say this: looking at team stats, we're better than normal. I will say that. Carolina actually had more first downs. Steelers had 15. Carolina had 21. And Carolina actually did pretty dang on good on third downs, 9 of 16. That's a lot better than what we usually see from Carolina. So I give them that. 63 total plays to the Steelers 45. Both teams had 8 total drives. Just our offense just really couldn't get going like it could have. One and two in the red zone to the Steelers, 0 for 2. So I will say the Carolina defense did a good job of defending in the red zone, just to only force field goals. So I will give credit to the defense there. We'll give credit to the defense there. Fortunately, Carolina had 2 turnovers, a fumble and an interception. So, of course, hard to win games when you have turnovers. They won the time of possession battle, 34 minutes, 58 seconds to the Steelers, 25 minutes, 2 seconds. But, I mean, if anything, Panthers had 7 penalties for 73 yards. They were doing pretty good with that, but they accumulated some late penalties later in the game. But, man, I feel for Steelers fans and players. They had 13 penalties for 104 yards total. That's way too many penalties for a team in a game. Way too many. So, looks like the Steelers are lacking some discipline there. But it is what it is. So Carolina closes the preseason 0-3, which, not that big of a deal. But here's the thing. Now that that's over with, Carolina Panthers preseason has concluded. That's over with. They got some tough decisions to make. They got some kinks to work out. Now, here's the thing. So there's 3 things. 1, Carolina Panthers haven't won a regular season opener since Sam Darnold was their starting quarterback. You remember when they opened against the Jets? That was the last time Carolina won a season opener, a regular season opener. That was back in 2021. 2021. So it's been 4 years. We got to win this season opener. We got to. It's been 4 years. We need to win this season opener against the Jacksonville Jaguars. We need it. We need it badly. And it's already difficult enough that the first two games are on the road. Jacksonville, Arizona. And then the first home game is Atlanta. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very interesting, but for the sake of just this franchise and especially for Bryce Young, who has yet to win a regular season opener. Carolina really needs to win week one. They need to win week one. They need to. So that's number one. Number two, health. This, I'm really hoping, will be a better season health-wise. Carolina over the past couple of seasons have taken a lot of hits with injuries. They've encountered the injury bug quite a bit. So I'm really hoping that this season they can avoid that. I understand that you can't predict injuries. I understand that. But the best thing we can do is hope and pray that nobody gets hurt. Panthers need to be as healthy as possible this season in order for them to be able to showcase their best and actually be competitive and win some of these games that normally they would lose to, especially close ones. And, they got some decisions to make on this 53-man roster. And this really, between now and the 7th of September, which is when week one is, they have to really be on point with their decisions on who to cut and on who to keep. They got to be on point. It is very necessary, especially for depth. Our depth has to be on point. So, like I said, preseason's out of the way. Not going to hold that against them. But now it's time to really get things set in stone. Because the way I see it, I'm taking like the Michelle Pfeiffer in Dangerous Minds approach to this. I'm taking this to the approach where once everybody is together, this 53-man roster is set, everybody starts off with an A. Everybody has an A. But it is up to each player to keep it. Everybody that makes that 53-man roster will start with an A. But it's up to each and every one of them to keep it. And you'll be able to tell which ones, by the end of the season, have kept that A or not. And then third and final, Mr. Avero Ajaro. This is it. This is the season. The make or break season for you, my friend. I'm already not a fan of the 3-4 defense. Never have, never will. I truly believe that Carolina historically has not really thrived well in the 3-4. So I know this was something that you did back in Denver or whatnot. I don't care anymore. You're not in Denver. You're in Carolina. I'm tired of the excuses. I'm tired of the excuses. If this defense doesn't get better and is in the same similar boat by the end of the season, not only do you have to go, but I do not want to see the 3-4 defense ever again for the rest of my life on this Carolina Panthers team. Period. If it doesn't work out this season with defense improvement, I don't want to see that 3-4 anymore. Period. Period. Because if you ask me, I think it sucks. And I don't think this is a franchise that is meant for the 3-4 defense. I'm just keeping it real. Those are my honest thoughts. It is what it is, but like I said, I can't stand the 3-4 defense. I think it's trash. But my main point, Carolina Panthers, for the longest time, have been known for defense. When you look at some of the greatest Carolina Panther players, I think it's safe to say a decent majority of them were defensive players. And this is nothing against the offense. Offense definitely had their players, for sure. Absolutely. But when you think of the Carolina Panthers, they were known to have defense to be feared. I mean, heck, who came up with keep pounding? Who is the epitome of keep pounding? A defensive player in the late, great Sam Mills. This franchise has got to get back to having a dangerous and dominant defense. It's been too long, and the defense has been trash over the last couple of seasons. That trend needs to end, and they need to get back on track this season. I need to see successful pass rush. I need to see some sacks. Need to see some turnovers. I mean, we had, or not turnovers, takeaways. Need to see some takeaways. We had one today. That's good. But Carolina needs to start back racking up takeaways. I'm talking like averaging 2 per game. That's what this franchise needs to get back to. So, those are the 3 things I'm hopeful for and that I really want to see. But like I said, preseason's over. Now everybody's going to start back 0-0. But this is regular season. These games are going to count this time. So, Dave Canales and company, y'all better get it all in order while y'all can. So those are the 3 big things starting off this season that I just really would like to see. I want us to win the season opener since we haven't done it in 4 years. I'm hoping that everybody can stay healthy. I hope this is a season that's not as injury plagued. And this defense better bounce back. This defense better bounce back as a whole. Or else I don't want to see a Jaro after this season, and I don't want to see the 3-4 defense after this season. Ever. Sorry, not sorry. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. Let me know what y'all's thoughts are on this final preseason game. Like I said, the Steelers won by a final score of 19-10. I do look forward to doing a video, which I may be partnering up with Corey over at Keep Pounding for when they do the finalized 53-man roster. So look forward to that. But let me know what y'all's thoughts are. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell while you're at it. Keep pounding. We're going to get through this. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. For another Carolina Panthers talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. My name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Keep pounding. We'll see y'all in the next video and our live stream. Peace. Later.